headed over to the project. The drywall guys are there, and they've held us up by a week. They should have been there a week ago. So we're gonna go over there and see if the drywall is making good progress so we can get our stucco going on. So this is Prescott Lakes, master planned community, 1,100 acres, and we've got 3 projects in this area of this golf community. The aim in building and flipping homes is you gotta do it quick, you gotta stay on budget, and so far we've done that. Let's take a quick look at some of the things we've done here on this project so far. Our digging here because we got our water lines. We've hooked up our electrical box, but the lines all intersect with the electrical, the water lines, and the gas lines. So all 3 of them are coming together, and we got to dig it out all the way down to the street. So we've already done 2 rounds of digging. Now we got to do a 3rd round of digging. So it's a lot of work connecting water lines. Well, it's drywall day, so let's take a look and see if the guys are making some good progress on drywall.
He had to subscribe in order to get Kanye West. Now, the most amazing part about this story is that someone somewhere actually wanted Kanye West's new album. I mean, what is wrong with these people? We'll come back with Shinedown, cut the cord.
So this is kind of neat because we're developing 2 houses on the same block. 4 doors down from here, we've got our corner house, and then we've just finished this house a few months ago, and it's ready to sell. And it's... Welcome to the Premier Homes exterior tour of our newly completed construction out here in Prescott Lakes. One of the neat things about this house is our outdoor fire pit, and we've got some really neat stonework, but the fire pit we created here with this fire pit and patio so that on those warm spring and summer nights you can enjoy the $1 million view of Granite Mountain. That's really one of the great features of this house. The other feature is that it is high above all the other houses, except for our neighbor here. We're about level, but a lot of these houses are lower, so you really feel like you're above the neighbors in height-wise. You don't have any obstructed views. Landscaping, it was a tremendous amount of work to do our landscaping, but on a positive note, we got some beautiful stonework and accent colors here on our side stucco trim. The landscaping was a tremendous amount of work because the property sits so high above. It's not a flat lot, for example, like the one across the street. So we hope that that sets our Premier Homes house apart. We've got a nice turf area. We decided to do the turf area because one of the main draws is Prescott Lakes and the golf course. And so we wanted to give that theme. In Arizona, you have a lot of rockscape. You don't have landscaping like you do in California with sod. So we've got a nice, beautiful section here for our rockscape and garage. And as we come in through the front door, we have obviously our great room, our living room done, all brand new stainless steel appliances throughout. We had some custom cabinetry work done there in the corner. We got a beautiful granite countertop. This is, we had to customize this part, but this is fully finished and it looks nice. We also took our cabinets and we did some custom cabinetry work here. Stone pebble floor. We've got a really nice backsplash here in the bathroom that also matches our tub. I'll show you the tub in the shower. So we've got this design element going through the bathrooms, which look real nice. We decided to do a stone pebble here again in this bathroom, and you can see we've got a nice dual sink vent around the shower. This thing Cost a lot of money, and it was well worth it because it's beautiful. We got the design element on the glass. If you walk in, we've continued that design element here. All of our... So today we're on the way to shop for our stucco, and some of the most important things you can do when you're building a new house is get the right stucco colors and get the right materials. So we decided to make, and the way you do that is to make sure you utilize a color board. Color boards are used in new construction all the time, and they're very critical, particularly when you're developing properties and building new homes in an HOA area. So we had to use our color board here, make sure we lined it up with what we had submitted to the HOA. And once those colors are picked, you can't go back. So it's really important to make sure you do it right, pick the good colors that are going to be attractive, and get the project started. Okay, so today's stucco day. We're out here on our construction site in Prescott, Arizona. It's about 90 minutes north of Phoenix. And as you can see, we got our full crew behind us, and you see all the scaffolding. It takes about, see the difference between what we call mud, that's what we call it in the business, the mud that's on there, and then putting over all the pop-outs and all the foam and then all the wire mesh. Scaffolding set up, we got our crew out here, and we're putting on the, as we like to call it, the mud, but this is an important part. House is going to start to have a real finished look here. As you can see, when you're doing stucco, it's quite a bit of work. You actually, I'll show you here, you have the metal stuff in here, and then this is where the actual mud, as we call it, goes on here, but it's the scratch coat. It's an important part of the process of construction. So we're getting a finished part of the construction process. As you can see behind me, we got our crew out here, got all our scaffolding set up, and it's the scratch coat. So it's an important part. Got all of our metal mesh on there on the side of the house, and all our foam and our pop-outs, and now it's time to actually, as we like to call it in the business, put the mud on the house. So as you can see, quite a bit of work just to get all of that stucco on there, and we've got a crew of about 6 or 7 guys today, so it's quite a bit of work. Today's our drywall day. We've been actually doing drywall for a few days now, and it's an important job because we're behind by about a week, and that's really critical when you're building the house. So right now we're trying to get our drywall wrapped up. As you can see, we got a lot of the drywall on the house. And then this one we finished a few months ago, so we're excited to be selling this house. It's been a lot of work, so come on in and we'll give you a quick tour. What sets this property off is a fantastic view. So we've got the $1 million view of Granite Mountain, and the house is perched up above everyone else, so it'll have an unobstructed view. So this is the tough part of real estate. Our drywall guys are hanging us by a thread here. They're a week behind, and that's holding up our stucco. And we're trying to wrap that project up as quick as we can because we built this house and finished this one a few months ago. So we're at our new project down the street from the one that we're just finishing up, and we're excited to try to get this thing sold. And that's the challenge when you're trying to build and flip, is how quickly can you build your houses and get them back on the market. So as you can see, got a beautiful kitchen here, all brand new appliances. Obviously it's a brand new house. And we've done a little bit of light staging. We didn't want to do too much heavy staging on this, so just enough to give people an idea of where the dining room is with this bay window area that we did, which is a nice little custom feature. But again, light staging. It's always important to stage a house when you're selling it, especially a brand new house like this. But we'll see. That's the name of the game, is build it as quick as you can and get it back on the market normally. But I want to challenge you to try to find something about your business or your work life where you can really separate yourself and be unique. And I'm going to use this front entrance as an example. Now, if the camera will pan around, what you'll see at the top of this is a round, I call it the rotunda. It's a very intricate, detailed amount of work. If you can imagine, as you look at this, it took a lot of time and a lot of money to create this. We had to customize this whole circular thing. I can't tell you how many hours it took to make all of these cuts in each piece of wood and then come in and put this thing together. And if you look on the ground, you can see this is all round as well. So it's a real custom circular round rotunda. So it really makes the front entrance unique.